Corporation, in association with Pepsi, now presents Sneak Preview.
So when your life seems a bit bleak, just let some shadows appear on the screen. Shine like a star for a brief while. Whenever you're down in the dumps, try putting on Judy's red pumps. Just go to a marvelous movie and smile.
Good evening and welcome to the last Sneak Preview. I'm Bobby Ghisays. From now on, you'll get your information about the films and other programs from On TV Today, On TV Tonight, and On TV Tomorrow. And I hope you'll find it, just as informative. And also, we hope that the TV guide will be out soon. Anyway, I'll be back right after this to tell you about the movies and other programs for next week.
Today you bring home your new baby and your wife, and gather round the people who mean so much in your life. Come on and taste the Pepsi way. Come on and have a Pepsi day. Have a Pepsi day.
Welcome back. Well, your Monday afternoon movie will be an adventure drama for you with Edward G. Robinson and John Garfield. It's called The Sea Wolf. Those of you who like adventure, you could see two of the greatest of the Warner Brothers stars, Edward G. Robinson and John Garfield, in The Sea Wolf.
I'm a writer.
What do you write about?
Whatever I see.
Is this the first time you ever saw a man die?
It's the first time I've ever seen such indifference to death.
Well, you haven't seen enough to be a good writer. This voyage ought to do you a lot of good.
Voyage? What do you mean?
I'll tell him who put us up to it. I'll tell him.
You don't have to tell him. I'll tell him myself. And if I have to, I'll go out like Louis, thumbing my nose at him. You've all forgotten about Louis, haven't you? You're too busy worrying about what's going to happen to you. Well, nothing's going to happen to you. He needs you to sail a ship for him. He needs you to break your backs for him.
And the Monday Western, more action, again, Monday night, after the Thornbirds, of course, and see, will be Montana, and this stars Errol Flynn and Alexis Smith. Montana is about the setting up of the state of Montana by a group of cowboys. Good action film, good Western.
All my weapons at home.
Not all of them.
You must be surprised that I'm being so nice to you.
No, not at all. You want something?
We're going to be that frank about it. I do.
And on Tuesday night, a thriller for you, set in London, Footsteps in the Fog, starring Jean Simmons, a very young, very beautiful Jean Simmons, and her husband at the time, Stuart Granger. So that's on Tuesday. She's, of course, in that much younger and much more beautiful than you see her in The Thornbirds, in which she plays Fiona, the mother of Maggie, and the mother of all those sons. That's Footsteps in the Fog, your early film on Tuesday night.
You may not have known it the other night, but I brought some fresh coal in for the fire, just as your poor wife was dying. And while the doctor was putting the sheet over her face, I saw you quickly take the bottle of medicine and put it behind your back. And then you hid it in a place where you thought it might be safe.
Wednesday at 7, you'll see the final episode of Adam's Rib. This will be an episode entitled Delilah. And we start a new miniseries at 9 o'clock on Wednesdays, now that Ike is finished. And this is The Amazing Howard Hughes, and this is in 4 parts. We showed you a documentary about Howard Hughes a few weeks ago, and this is a very well-acted, very intriguing series about this eccentric billionaire. the amazing Howard Hughes. And on Friday, the first film will be Fer de Lance. This is an underwater drama. Well, we'll be on the sea, in the Sea Wolf, in the mountains in Montana, and now underwater in Fer de Lance, an underwater action film, starring Hope Lang and David Jansen. That's your first film on Friday.
I just don't get it. The symptoms are caisson disease, bends. As if you'd been subject to intense pressure and then sudden decompression.
But how? This compartment isn't sealed off. The hatch is open.
Take a look. Capillary rupture, hemorrhaging under the skin, nosebleed, seepage from the gums, and the same symptoms over there.
No, it's not from pressure. It's got to be something else.
And the late Friday night films, Karate Killers, Kung Fu, for the Kung Fu fans, and I know there are many.
No, don't do it, please.
Well, talk. Where are they? All right. Burn it.
Saturday morning, two delightful family films. Margie. It's really a classic in its own right, starring Gene Crane and Alan Young. This is a real family movie set in the 1920s, made in the 1950s, but set in the 20s.
I don't want to drop it.
And about
I
this
better
girl
talk
who
to your
was
husband
considered
about
very
this.
daring when she cut her
Ron,
hair and
what
raised
did
her
it for?
skirts and became a flower.
Holly seems to think you're an innocent man.
Margie.
You may
The second
think you
movie
know
will be
what you're
Natty the
dealing
Goose Boy. So
But believe
good
me,
family
you don't.
films for you there. Saturday night's
Why is that
first
funny?
film.
It's what the district attorney used to tell me in Chinatown.
War,
Was he right?
starring John Saxon and
Exactly what do you
Roseanne
know
Wells. So
about
this is
me?
set
Sit down.
in the wilds of Africa, and it combines. It's a sort of thriller action film combined.
Don't worry, honey. I haven't made it with her yet.
Oh, just ever so anxious. I kept thinking. Are you all right?
Nothing that a good night's sleep won't cure. And maybe a cup of tea.
Mr. King Street's War, your first film on Saturday night. And the late Saturday night movie, the ever-popular Kenny Rogers in The Gambler. So there are two good films for you on Saturday.
It's a mighty harsh thing to say, mister.
That kid's cheating. Seems he's not the only one cheating in this game. Why don't you two take your game somewhere else? Pair of eights bets. $100.
Sunday morning movie classic, Touch of Evil. Starring and directed by Orson Welles, the wonder boy of Hollywood. When he made Citizen Kane, Welles was about 24. He went on to become one of the giants of the cinema and one of the most innovative directors. And Touch of Evil is sort of the masterpiece of really sleazy films. It's set in a Mexican border town with Orson Welles himself as a corrupt sheriff who is trying to get the best of a Mexican narcotics agent, played, surprisingly enough, and against type, by Charlton Heston, who's on his honeymoon there with the delectable Janet Leigh. Has a really good cast. In it also are Marlene Dietrich and Zsa Zsa Gabor, and Joseph Kalea, who gives an excellent performance as Orson Welles' sidekick. That's Touch of Evil, a real 4-star classic movie for Sunday morning.
Saw that shoebox 10 minutes ago. Yeah, well, maybe you didn't notice.
I knocked it over on the bathroom floor. I couldn't very well have failed to notice 2 sticks of dynamite.
Tell any story you want. The shoebox was empty. Go on saying it's empty. Folks will understand.
I'm saying more than that, Captain. You framed that boy.
Framed him.
Look, you don't know how to handle a hook boat. I do. I can help.
Come on, read my future for me.
She'll be with you when you come up. Please, Tommy.
You haven't got any.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Your future is all used up.
And don't forget, Great Expectations is on at 6, and the fascinating, intriguing serial, Woman in White, is on at 8:30. Facts of Life, by the way, you'll remember, is now at 7 o'clock on Sundays, so don't miss that. And the Sunday night movie, The Virgin Queen, Betty Davis as Queen Elizabeth I of England, and Richard Todd. And Joan Collins, so those fans of Dynasty, those who might have seen it somewhere, Joan Collins from Dynasty plays one of the Queen's handmaidens.
What brings you to court, sir?
An audience with the Queen.
Ah, then you must be more careful. The man you insulted has the ear of Sir Christopher Hatton, and Sir Christopher has the ear of the Queen.
Is this the general rule of court etiquette?
One of many, sir.
Name me more.
It would take too long.
I would take these ships of mine to the New World with all its riches. I would bring them back heavy with gold and spices. I'd swell the coffers of the realm. Give me these ships, ma'am, and a year in the New World, and before heaven you'll be glad you met with me this day.
Keep watching. We have some great shows coming up for you soon. Take care and good night.
When your life seems a bit bleak, just let some shadow